Take a good long look at this guy right here. Now, here's a guy that when you read up on this man here, the fact that this guy's not underneath the jail is a crime against all Texans. Ken Paxton has like some of the worst, just a few things that I have read about this guy over the 4.5, 5 years I've been living in Texas. Arguably makes him one of the most corrupt persons I've ever seen to be in a position of authority as a state attorney general. The guy is so bad, and you know how bad a guy is. That's a lifelong Republican that takes that hard line with everything. He wants to force the people at the state fair to be able to carry the guns there, and they just had an incident before. So now they want people just to leave their guns at home. Come and enjoy yourself, enjoy the cows, enjoy the pigs, enjoy the rides, enjoy the food, have fun with the family. And good old Kenny here, he wants you to be able to bring your howitzer to the damn state fair, you know? So he's filed an appeal with a court asking them to stop the city of Dallas and the State Fair of Texas from imposing a firearm ban on the property. All right. Now you're going to be loaded with police at this location. They're going to have extra police there because of the incident that happened before. And some of the incidents that have been happening. I mean, you got guns everywhere in the state of Texas, and anybody can carry them. So there you go. Now I'm not against it. I'm a person that I have firearms, and I believe in people having firearms, but I don't think you need to be walking around with an AR-15 at the state fair, or for that matter, if we all know that everyone is unarmed there, and they have a system of security, and you have police there. I would trust the police to be able to provide some level of safety while I'm at the location. I like to know that they were not, they're covering the parking lot, so no, someone's not breaking in my car taking my gun. So I want to read some of the comments to you because same old Sue is all you do. This Paxton clown needs to be voted out or ousted and put in a straitjacket. It's obvious he's not Abbott. He nor Abbott care about people's lives. They only care about re-Trump politics. Yeah, only Ken is above the law. Mind you, when you do the reading on Ken Paxton and how ridiculous this guy actually is, you'll be screaming at the fact that when white people that are Republicans are on your own staff and want to bring charges against you, there's something wrong. There's something rotten in Denmark, as they say. I can never tell if he's looking at the teleprompter or a box of donuts on the side table. This picture makes it look like both. And somebody wrote, "You funny." Paxton must not have enough to do. Allowing people to carry at the fair in no way makes it safer. Having more things flying around the air would increase the chances of more injuries. Gun owners have a constitutional right to stay home if they can't seem to enjoy the fair without easing their false sense of security. Your data proving your statement is derived from where exactly? I'd like to read it for it will be first showing your claim to be legitimate. Also based on your added premise that gun owners could remain home, so could non-gun owners that don't like locations that uphold law. So there you go. You got a guy on the other side that wants everybody to be carrying a gun at the fair. That's it, Ken. Waste more of our tax dollars before the fair starts. Making a non-issue an issue just to score points, typical Paxton. Meanwhile, in Texas, we want to bring our guns to the fair. It's so nice not having to bring a gun everywhere you go. I would pack anyway to protect my family, law or no law. Stay home if you're that worried about fried Twinkies. To protect against not so law-abiding ones. gun owners should boycott the event. Yes, please. It would be safer and more enjoyable without those scared little men and their pacifiers. That would be the best state fair ever. So there you go. You got a guy here that is just an incredibly corrupt guy who doesn't want people to smoke weed, but he wants an AR-15 on every corner. Guy goes against abortion rights, but meanwhile he's moving property around personally that he's not following the state rules for the way that you have property. There's an extensive article on this. You guys need to check it out. But I just wanted to do a short thing on this guy. Listen, look at this guy. And you just look, he's dripping with corruption. Oh, by the way, Trump wants him to be the United States Attorney General if he wins. Oh man, yeah, this is just ridiculous. The amount of things that are associated with this guy. And when the Republicans were trying to get him to come to court, they were trying to serve him with a summons, and the process server was at his house, and the guy turns around and just starts running away and whatnot. Hey, listen, you had Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and they did a kangaroo court for you. But I think 24 might be the year of truth where people like this end up where they belong, which in my opinion is jail for this guy, and never to ever hold any type of state office, any official office of any kind ever anywhere in the United States, and especially in the great state of Texas. And that's what I like to finish with. In the 4 or 5 years I've been living here in Texas, and I think this is true anywhere you go, most regular folk do things honestly. And it's heartbreaking to see people in position of power and all they do is steal and lie and come up with excuses. And it really comes down to that old phrase, do as I say, but don't do like I do, because I'm stealing from you. And the Democratic Party, I've been a guy voted for the Democratic Party for years. They're just as bad. And if you look at the real data, they stole the election from a guy that was legit in Bernie Sanders, only to get the election get handed over to a guy like Trump, who should never have been in office. And it's because the Democrats are just like the Republicans. The Republicans are 100% on this. Most corporate Democrats are at least 89%, that they don't want to give anything to the regular working people. And there's a ton of data out there that shows that when people get a little bit of help, whether it's, controlling these companies that are ripping you off by creating artificial inflation, which we now know is a fact, but some of the best economic experts in the country that have analyzed what has taken place post-COVID. And it's been their excuse just to steal and rip off the American people. Your costs in every area are going off the roof, and it's only because these big companies don't have any kind of rules or regulations against them to make them behave. And that's why we have laws, because people like this, if they don't follow the laws and regs, they always take advantage no matter what and twist things around. Do your due diligence, folks. Doesn't matter if it's somebody on your local level, like for me in the state with this clown right here. Look at them nationally. Look at all the data. Put all the data together, and you see that the American political system is completely been corrupted by big money. And that people like this are ripping us off every day and talking out of both sides of their mouth and then saying, oh, you know what? You got to follow all the laws. And most people do. We would pay our taxes. We square everything away. And what do we get in return? We get stabbed in the back. And both parties do it. The Republicans, for regular working folks, they're 100% on this. And the data speaks for itself that in all reality, if you look at the actual data, just like what happened while Trump was in office, he gave a break to all the rich people that already had money. They made on average $60,000 less in taxes that they had to pay. That comes out to $250,000 for a 4-year term. And you look at when Democrats in office, at the very least, you don't get hit with a $6 trillion more in your deficit. And certain things may get done. They'll throw you a bone a little bit as a working person, so you can get some breaks somewhere in there. If it wasn't for Kirsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, the soft infrastructure bill that Mr. Biden put forth would have been very beneficial to people that are making 150 grand or less. Just wanted to have a few moments to discuss a guy who is just a really terrible person, bad for Texas, and should probably be in jail if you really investigate everything.
Hello, hello, hello. I would greatly appreciate it if you can actually support my little small business called Latrice Limited. It is on latricelimited.com. So as you can see right here, I actually sell candles and a wide variety of other items as well. This is my big forehead, okay? But I actually want to show you just a couple of different items that I do sell. This is actually going to be a part of my soap collection that I have. As you can see, I have a variety of different soaps on here. I actually have 2 pages worth of soaps, and everything is handmade, okay, natural, clean ingredients as well. You can also see right here, these are my candles. All right, they're all handmade, everything vanilla, sweet roses, sage and vanilla and sweet roses are actually my favorite scents that I do have. I also have a few other items on here. I'm actually going to go and show you all the bath bombs that I do have. As you all can see, there's eucalyptus and sage, sweet pea harmony, and so many more. And then we're just going to finish off on the gift sets that I have. There's a variety of them, from like the big ones like this for $45, and then you have some of the smaller ones, and you have these itty bitty ones down here that includes essential oil blends. Definitely shop with your girl. Definitely help your girl out. I would greatly appreciate it. This is like my little baby over here, okay? I would greatly appreciate it, and enjoy.